Hey guys, down here in the studio today with Tom, your favorite two old white guys. And Tom just reminded me of something that was in the news the other day. Let me get a little bit more right here. We're fairly high tech, but not that high tech. There you go. Yeah, we're as you know, you can. Of course, you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Doug's Interesting People. Tom just reminded me that Donald Trump, I think it was probably him alone, started, what did he call it? The Peace
Board? Is it
the
Board
Peace
of Peace?
Board of Peace.
Yeah.
Which, and we think a lot alike. We both said, yeah, he's realized what many, even world leaders or prominent ones, know, that the United Nations that we've had, that we thought would do all this wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think he thinks it works anymore.
Well, especially, and it just came to mind, especially when they stopped the escalator on its way up and made Melania and himself walk up. Then the microphone died.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, what do you, just time to just,
it's
in the past.
It is. And I really think it'll be wonderful. Evidently, Donald Trump, in his developer's mind, envisions this new Riviera that
At the Gaza Strip.
built in the Gaza Strip.
And then he's got his son-in-law there,
Brilliant young
yeah,
man.
he is.
Yeah.
His name's...
Yeah, well, yeah.
But, Jared Kushner.
Jared Kushner.
And the whole group of them. Witkoff's over there, of course. Marco Rubio.
Yes.
And they've got like...
What a brilliant bunch of guys.
25 countries bought into this thing. Russia and China are thinking about it, and the only ones that... What is it? Britain, France, and Germany that are poo-pooing the thing, you know?
Yes. Well, they're still stuck in woke. It ain't quite broke there yet, in my opinion. So, I brought my one of my books back today, which we got into the other day, Rules for Radicals, the Handbook of the Left.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, really,
I might call it that.
I think Hillary and Obama
that's right.
bought into this.
But one of the things, and they're very, the guy's brilliant, of course, just a little misguided about how the world works.
Right.
And I thought this was interesting. It's a quote from Saul Alinsky. All societies discourage and penalize ideas and writings that threaten the ruling status quo. 100% agree with that.
Right.
I think that's always been the case. Yeah. It's nothing new. So it is understandable, therefore, he says, that the literature of a have society is veritable desert whenever we look for writings on social change. Once the American Revolution was done with, we can find very little besides the right of revolution that is laid down, particularly in the Declaration of Independence as a fundamental right. Mm-hmm. So it's the way it's always been. And that's how our country got here. And I forget who it was that marveled that this country could be, what did they call it? Self-governing.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that term?
Sure, that was
That
right.
was the
And
basis.
the other one too. The fact that Washington, someone else, big person in Europe,
Yeah.
If Washington steps down with all that power,
Yes.
he's a god, and this thing will live forever. And that was from, I think, a French king that
Yes.
said, he
Yeah.
rose to the pinnacle of power and then he left.
Yes.
No one's done that. No
Yeah.
one before him ever did that.
Yes.
I think you're thinking of de Tocqueville.
De Tocqueville, yeah, he's the one that marveled
yeah.
that we had a country that we
he
could
came
be
here-
self-governing.
Came here from France as a young man
Right.
and toured the new country.
Yes.
And wrote about it. Yeah.
It might have been called just democracy. I can't
forget.
remember. I started to read it once, like Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like you read it with a dictionary next to it.
Well, that's it.
Or what did he say? How would we say that today?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But if you can self-govern, and we're set up that way, and all those, how many Federalist papers? I was intrigued that of all these Federalist papers.
Yeah.
I don't know if
They preceded the Constitution.
preceded and even after, maybe.
Yeah, I believe so. They
Thoughts.
were still around, the thoughts that were presented in the Federalist
because you hear
paper.
Federalist paper number 86. I mean, geez, there's a ton of them, I guess. But
now, I remember a Ben Franklin quote talking about democracy and the self-governing and all that.
Yes.
Remember, he said, if they can keep it.
I
He said, we
know.
built this, right? It's almost prophetic, where he says, if
Well,
they can keep it.
It really is,
Yeah.
because every day, what's the date today? January
27?
20, yeah, somewhere in there.
Somewhere 27,
29,
29.
29th,
Yeah, right.
2026.
Right.
And it's every day, though,
Right.
there's something that pops up that makes us wonder, geez, are we going to be able to keep this?
Yeah, right.
So, anyway, Saul Alinsky, of course, all of his arguments morph into what he calls the haves and the have-nots. Okay? From the haves, there has come an unceasing flood of literature justifying the status quo. Religious, economic, political, social, legal tracts endlessly attack all revolutionary ideas and action for change as immoral, fallacious, one of my favorite words I like to use, and scurrilous, whatever that word is, against God, country, and mother. These literary sedations by the status quo include the threat that all such movements are unpatriotic. I'm not sure what he's saying there.
I'm surprised he even mentioned God, because he's a communist,
Yeah.
And mother.
Yes, Mother God. So I'm still trying to sort my way through this guy, because I'm still wondering what a radical is. I still am not sure. I think you can have a radical anything, which seems like an extreme.
I think St. Paul was a radical.
So what? St. Paul. Yeah. And he was,
story.
and what was his, in a paragraph, what was his role in the New Testament?
In the New Testament,
Yes.
most of the
Yes.
writings are Paul's. Most of the epistles, as we call them, are Paul's. Paul to the
Okay.
Corinthians, Paul to the
Oh,
Romans, Paul to the
okay.
Thessalonians.
Yes.
He would visit these cities and then write back to keep them on track with what was going on, about how they should
No
live
internet
and those
then,
kind of things.
didn't
No
it?
internet.
No.
No. And he wrote
Yeah.
back to these cities after he had visited them.
Yes.
But if you follow that whole story from the beginning,
And a
Paul-
side note here, Tom teaches young people in his is it diocese?
well, in the parish, in
his
the
parish,
yeah.
young kids who are becoming Catholics. The what do you
Bring them
call
up.
that?
Today they call it prep, and it's preparation for the
prep.
sacraments. Yeah,
To take the
now,
sacraments.
not
and
not
that's-
at our parish, but I'm hearing it around. Prep is preparing the kids to receive our Lord in the Eucharist and the and reconciliation, the confession, as we used to call it.
And you've been teaching that for a long time.
Close to 30 years now.
Yeah.
So,
And-
and it's interesting.
Yeah,
But
go
of
ahead.
course, I had this interest in these Bible stories and all this my whole life. You know, I mean,
Yes.
just growing up
Okay.
in it. But
Okay.
but the story of Paul goes like this. It's like Paul, his first name, he was Saul, and
That's right.
remember, and he was
think I
he
did
was
know
a
that.
Jew and a Roman citizen.
Oh, okay. But then he became Paul.
Yeah,
when he
because
became a Christian.
yeah, you know why?
He threatened him or
God
something.
knocked him off his horse. You remember this?
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not up on
this
those
is
nuts.
this is a good one because
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, and the kids love this story because it's so
Some
dramatic.
action.
You know, yeah, he's an action hero. So
We both taught kids at one point.
so he true.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
go
with
ahead.
you and your camp.
So the
Yeah.
story was
So the
Saul
story
to
is
Paul.
that. So
Yeah.
he's on his way to Tarsus, I believe, maybe it was one of these cities, and he's
Yeah.
running through the desert. He's on a horse. Probably a few guys on horses and others walking and things.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and he's killing the Jews. He's persecuting these
Yeah.
early Christians, and
Yeah.
and killing them.
Yeah.
And he gets knocked off his horse.
Yeah.
Now there's a spin on that too. So lightning. He gets hit with lightning. He's blinded
Yeah.
and knocked off his horse. And
Yeah.
his voice, God speaks to him from the sky and says,
Right.
Saul, why are you persecuting my people?
Okay.
See?
Okay.
And so he's like, what the heck is,
Yeah,
you could just
yeah.
imagine. So he's told to go to this pool and wash his eyes and talk to this guy.
Right.
And he gets his sight back. And
Like old school therapy
Yeah,
type stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
you always watch yourself.
Of course.
And
Yeah,
it must be
yeah.
baptism or something.
Yeah. There's
Come
some
to think
connection
of-
with
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So we got to the story of Paul from being a radical because he was a radical anti-Christian.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to find out.
See?
What is
And then-
this?
and then
Radicals.
and then when he is converted, named
Yeah.
Paul, and converted, he is
Wow.
just as radical
Yeah.
in the other extreme.
The other
now,
way.
see?
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, in his writings, but
Yeah.
his personality was that of a radical.
Yeah.
I mean,
But he traveled and talked
he
with
traveled-
people.
He traveled all around the Mediterranean,
Yes.
all around. I mean, if you consider that an oval, he was in the north of
Yeah.
Africa, and
Yes.
the Middle East,
Oh, sure.
and Greece and Rome,
Yeah.
and killed in Rome, I believe. Finally they imprisoned him, and
The Romans.
the Romans did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was killed.
Okay.
But his writings last to this day. The love, the one they use at all the weddings, where what is love? It's not a
Oh,
hollow gong and
Boastful.
yeah, it's not this,
Yeah.
it's not that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Paul, and so many of them. But
Yeah.
his writings exist today. But he was a radical.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm trying to get some more understanding. of these
Try to think
people.
of other radicals.
Yeah.
Sherman's March to the Sea. General Sherman
Yes.
had to be a radical.
Yeah.
You know.
He did. Oh man,
And-
he didn't want to get in his way.
No, right,
The,
and so many
yeah.
of them. There's a lot of throughout history. You get these radicals. I guess you could say George Patton. Thank God. He's
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
But
Radical, bordering on nuts.
yeah, Right. Well,
But
I think they're all bordering
but
on nuts,
you're,
right?
you're right.
Yeah. But people
we've talked.
followed him no matter
Yeah,
what.
yeah,
Third
that's
Army.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is, and this
Okay.
guy, and now what I see here
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
is, as you were reading that, I'm thinking,
I'm glad
that-
you were listening because I had a hard time
Yeah,
reading it.
right? Well, I keep
Remember, I
keeping
had a
track.
stroke last year. You haven't had a stroke.
Thank God.
Okay. Tom is in excellent shape. I want to. When he comes here, he also helps with our electrical repairs, and he just spent a good 40 minutes up on a step ladder working on the ceiling. But that's another story for another day.
Thank God for that, But
Yeah.
going back to your book and Solinsky, I think what he's saying there around the revolution, or what I got from it, is
Sure.
that you can't speak against the tradition, against the
God forbid you cross the Romans back in the day.
yeah, right, yeah. I know a guy that did that.
Yes. Was that? Yeah. Oh, geez, that's right.
Geez, there you go.
Yeah.
That word, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so I think that it's interesting that the Declaration of Independence and the separation from England
Yes.
and establishing this new society
Yes.
soon became the establishment,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
and they started with the Federalist Papers and the Declaration
Sure.
of Independence, the Constitution, but this is now going to be the new norm.
Yeah.
And Saul, you better not talk against that. That's the new one.
Well, that's
so,
it.
I
That's
don't
it.
think you could. And they kind of, all of the writings tend to go in that direction.
Yeah.
And they really don't
Mhm.
look with favor on these kind of guys like Saul Alinsky.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to continue through there, but we just a preview of some upcoming books that I'm getting into. This one's called "Why Liberalism Failed,"
Yeah.
and what I thought was interesting in here. Tom and I are conservatively political, and I border almost on libertarianism. But I don't know that it has totally failed. So I'm going to have to get into this book too and see maybe why it was titled that way. But we got that one coming up. Another one we got coming up is you maybe remember this. What's the Matter with Kansas?
I don't know. No.
I thought maybe you'd have known that.
No.
That's another. How conservatives won the heart of America.
Okay, good.
But this was written like, what, 1960 or something.
Back
Anyway.
Reagan wasn't even there yet.
That's
was he?
right.
You got that, the elephant on top of the donkey there.
That's it. And then, of course, we're going to get into this a lot because we're baby boomers, and what life was like in our neighborhoods, things that we did, which the older fans on our fabulous YouTube production here will relate to.
Yeah, sure.
But all it takes is a couple of paragraphs or sentences with Tom and me, and we're off to the races. But he's got to make his, not his living, but fulfill his second career. Is this would you call this kind of a small career?
Yeah, or today I think everybody calls them side hustles. It's more of a side hustle,
Yeah.
And I always had a side hustle.
Yeah.
I was a wedding DJ in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to get back to that
and
on one of these
and
days.
always
Yeah.
I come up with a name and how I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
It's exciting, and it's
Okay.
on the side from my regular career,
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
But anyway, go ahead.
That's it for today. It's snowing, and my walk's cleared. Tom, your walk's cleared, I'm sure. So that's it for today, folks. Doug signing off
Take care.
with Tom.